Hey guys, this is FC PopCorn coming to you from Cannes, from the Air France suite. How gorgeous is it? And with me is
Sneha. I never thought we'd say this is FC PopCorn coming to you from Cannes.
How lovely is that?
Sounds pretty cool. A rainy day in Cannes.
Yeah, but look at where we're sitting. It's just beautiful. You look amazing.
As do you. This was unplanned.
It was unplanned. It is your first Cannes. Sneha, what's it been like?
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of good things, starting with just like this badge collection. I mean, I can't imagine how excited I was when I was just standing in line with my voucher to pick up this badge that says press on it. And it's literally the biggest film festival in the world. And I think I'm going to just keep this forever. You had shared all those tidbits with me, but I guess experiencing it yourself is a whole other ball game.
And nothing prepares you for it. It's such a singular experience.
No, and everything that you said about the people and just this infectious love that they have towards the movies, those lines are for real.
Yeah.
Queues and queues and queues. How long did you wait for your last screening?
God, I waited for the Almodovar for an hour and a half and did not get in. It was not my finest hour at Cannes.
But at what stage do you know that you can
You
give up?
don't. You just wait there and you pray. Because I didn't get a ticket for this one. The tickets just went. So there's a whole system of ticketing, which is all online. But it's fastest fingers first. And you just have to get in there. And I didn't get in there early enough. So we all stood there. There's a line for last minute. Okay. So if the guys who have the tickets don't come, which never happens, and the line for last minute for this film was just incredibly long. There were like 200 people just waiting there.
And yet you hope.
You hope, because you never know. It's Cannes, miracles happen. But not that day.
But what are the films that you have seen? You've had, I know that you really made it a point to make sure that that's...
So for me, that's always been the struggle, is how do you balance watching enough with interviews, with the meetings, because it's also the only place you're going to meet many people. It's such a confluence of cinema people from around the world. Yeah.
And people are open to meeting?
Absolutely. And the people you just meet standing in lines or at cafes, or just because we're all in this high compression situation together. And I think there's just a camaraderie of
shared love for cinema as well.
For cinema, for the circus, for the pressure, for the trying to survive on 5 hours of sleep every night.
Wondering why you do it and waking up the next morning
and doing it all over again. But I try and get in at least a film a day. Ideally 2, but it doesn't always happen. So I have seen so far the My Ben opening, Jean Dubarry. Wasn't a big fan of that. Not a big fan of Indiana Jones.
But that's where I walked the red carpet with you. So that was a big
How spectacular.
Yeah.
What did you feel?
I mean, when I came in a couple of days earlier, so when I saw the red carpet being laid, I was like, okay, mildly underwhelmed. But cut to on the day of the red carpet, when they roll out that carpet and you have the minders and you have the paparazzi, there is just this incredible respect that stage commands. You behave. When you get near there, you just put on your best behavior. You have 30 seconds.
Your spine goes up a little bit. Can't slouch on the red carpet.
No one's clicking me. I'm well aware, except my camera crew that I had strategically placed at different. Thank you guys. Big shout out to y'all. I'm so glad I have that on video. But that 30 seconds, I switched off and I just let myself
enjoy.
You absolutely just let yourself enjoy. So that's a moment I'm taking back forever. Yeah. Another one for me was that in the quest for a shot, I found myself in the middle of the ocean, drowning. But it's what you do for art. And that's my other memory.
Okay, this I've never done. And I have to say, that moment of you falling into the sea was, I'm sure it was very uncomfortable, but it looked so funny. Can you just explain what happened there?
We were trying to do the classic, I'm on the beach, getting my toes wet, and I completely miscalculated the dip on the shore. And all I'm thinking is, oh dear God, I haven't posted wardrobe courtesy yet. And there I am, right outside the Martinez, wet like a chicken. It's a memory.
That's
So I'm
spectacular.
taking that back home with me as well. But talk to me a little bit about just the myths that often are associated with Cannes. What is the reality of getting a film to come and be selected
So
here?
this is the biggest myth, okay? Indian producers just love to say, my film is in Cannes. No, it's not, okay? Is your film an official selection? Highly unlikely, because they watch thousands of movies from around the world. And this year, I think the official selection for the main festival is like 68 movies or something close to that. Okay, so there's like 21 or 22 in the main competition, where we haven't had an Indian film since 1994. The last film that showed there was Shaji and Karun's Swam. We do get films into a certain regard, which is where Udan showed, which is where Masan showed, and that's spectacular. This year we have Anurag, we have Kennedy, which is a midnight screening out of competition.
Is that very special?
It's very special. It's where they show all their genre movies, and people literally do the red carpet at midnight.
And people show up.
It's packed. It is packed. It's an amazing experience. And of course, there's Ishanu, which is a Manipuri restoration, which is showing as part of Cannes Classics. And there is a student film. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but the director's name is Yuddhaji. So it's 4 films. But underneath, in the basement of the Palais, you have the Cannes market, where there are hundreds and hundreds of buyers and sellers and distributors. And it's a bustling, incredible place to do dhanda, which is where a lot of films screen. They have market screenings.
And anyone can.
And anyone buys the slot, buys the cubicle, and can be there. But that's not at all the same thing as having your film selected by Cannes. But it's wo jo half truth hota hai na. This is the half truth of my film is at Cannes. Of course it's at Cannes, but it's in the Cannes market. So
Conditions apply.
Conditions apply. So it's a very, very clever thing that people use for PR and optics and all the rest of it. But it is one of the biggest myths, which somehow people still haven't figured out.
No, but among like the people you interviewed this time, did you have fun with the conversations? There was Aishwarya, of course.
Of course.
That's
Aishwarya
a tradition.
Yeah, it's a tradition. We will meet here. We will say we will meet in Bombay, which we never do. But we always meet in Cannes. But for me, the really standout conversation was Viola Davis.
Oh my God.
I have never interviewed her before. And just to be in her presence.
Her voice.
Her voice and the
Her
weight.
command. Yeah.
Just the weight of
It was
the words.
a 10-minute interview, but I don't think I'll ever like fully recover from everything that she said.
Yeah. And you just come away so inspired.
She's also really funny and chilled out to be around, you
Absolutely.
know? Like,
Absolutely. It was just, I thought it was fantastic. And she said she has the same sneakers as me. So I was like, oh my God. I've arrived officially. And the slightly not so great moment was when during the Aishwarya interview, my earring just fell off. It was high comedy because I think I must have done some grand gesture with my hands and then knocked my own earring out, and then that took another 30 seconds for the earring to go back in.
doesn't top me drowning, but
That's
sure.
right. That's right. You have fallen into the sea. Nothing I do will match it.
Ever.
How were your interviews?
I have really enjoyed talking to Vijay Verma because there was a story there. He'd come here 10 years ago where he talked to me about how nobody, didn't stitch him a suit, and he had no clue. Like he said, I saw my pictures on Getty and I really liked what I was seeing because I'm like, wow, I can look like that. But I didn't have the money to even buy those pictures. And here I was thinking that I was the next big thing and I'm going to go back to India and, life's going to be amazing. And then he talked about how he's so grateful that things worked out the way they did, because it would have been really tragic, if he didn't get the opportunity to come back here as a success. So he's back here and he was just having such a good time. It was a full circle, and that was a chat I really enjoyed. I have a bunch more lined up. I've been doing this fun stuff on social media and a lot of vlogging. Everything I do is on Instagram, so I don't even need to get into it. But yeah,
We live for the gram, Sneha. Come on.
if it's not on the gram, it didn't happen.
Indeed.
Yeah. So there are a lot of croissants to the point where I got a call back from India saying, enough with the croissants. We get it. But it's not. I have to go every single morning and find myself the flakiest croissants. It's been, you don't get to eat that. So
Gluten-free, dairy-free.
there's more.
We'll leave it at that.